Hi, thanks for coming back. You probably noticed on the first page you were working with percentages. Pretty easy to do if you use the percent key. So if you look on this bottom problem here, we have 174 times 15, and all you have to do is hit the percent key and it'll automatically give you that portion. If you want to add that portion to the base number, as in this problem, you'd put in 46.5 times 5%, and then you just hit the plus key and it adds that portion to the base for you and gives you the total at the end. But what I wanted you to come over and see me for right now was about chain discounts and chain discount equivalents. If we look at the example at the top, it shows $356 less 20%, 10%, 5%. And there's many times when you can have used something like this yourself. Here's where you could do it, but I don't want you to do it like this because this takes so much longer to do it that way. This is how I want you to use it. And by the way, when you do complete it like this, one helpful hint is to take that tape and tape it to your page so that you've got it to study for when you take your test. So in this part, we're going to work with complements. So when you get a complement of a percent, it's really easy. You just subtract that percent from 100. So in this case, 20% would become 80%, 10% would be 90, and 5 would be 95. And if we look down here, we've got 356 times 80% times 90% times 95%, and it gives you this amount instead of going through all of that rigmarole of multiplying it times 20% and then subtracting it, multiplying it times 10% and then subtracting it. So we're going to look over here on this side, and I'm going to tell you how to do it using the complements, and we're going to take it one step further to make it a little bit easier. So you'll take 125 times the complement, which we already said is 80%. We're just going to put 0.8. We're going to change that into a decimal. Times 0.9, because the complement of 10 is 90, and then again times 0.9, and we'll end up with this answer. Very, very simple, very quick. So let's go over to the calculator and I'll show you how that works. So in this case, make sure your decimal selector is on 2. Make sure your constant is off and the grand total is off. We don't need those right now. So we're going to put in 125 times, remember, 0.8 times 0.9 times 0.9. Boom, we're done. And we got the right answer. So I'd like you to practice on those other problems a little bit, and then we're going to work on chain discount equivalents. So let's go back over to the page and I'll show you how easy that is. So back over to chain discount equivalents. If you can see here, they've done the same thing. So they've taken the complement of 20% and it's 0.8, complement of 10%, 0.9, complement of 5% is 0.95. But notice here, we don't have a number that we're starting from. We just want to know what is the chain discount equivalent. What am I going to be saving? So we start with 100. We multiply it times all of the complements, and then when you're done, you subtract it from 100. So remember, with this problem here, you're starting with 100, you're finishing with 100. Let's go back over to the calculator now, and I can show you how that works. So we're starting with 100 times the complement, 0.8 times 0.9 times 0.95 equals. We're going to subtract that, put in 100 plus, and there's our answer, 31.6. As simple as that. So go ahead and practice those problems at the bottom. Then go ahead and practice problems 14 through 16. And we'll see you back here at another page.